Rockford's home for classic rock is 96.7 The Eagle. We are proud to welcome back to Rockford to the Coronado Performing Arts Center on March the 1st. It's Get the Let Out, the ultimate Led Zeppelin tribute band, and Paul Hammond is joining us on the phone right now from Get the Let Out. Paul, how are you? Thank you for joining me.
Oh, great to talk to you, Captain Jack. How are you this morning?
Very good. You know, I got to tell you, last year when you guys rolled through and played the Coronado, I've been doing this whole radio thing for about 22 years, and I really honestly didn't know what to expect. You hear things, you see videos on YouTube, you're told, oh, they're this, they're that. The experience itself of Get the Let Out was like nothing I've ever seen or ever been a part of before. So first off, very, very glad to have you guys back on March the 1st.
Oh, why, thank you. Yeah, you know, we love the Coronado Theater. Great history there. And, of course, you know, the fact that, Cheap Trick in Rockford has that connection.
Sure.
Rick Nielsen. It's just very exciting to us.
And tell me about the Get the Let Out performance. For those that haven't seen it, didn't see it the last time you guys were through, I mean, this is just some straightforward, just high-energy Led Zeppelin rock and roll that just blows the roof off the place. I mean, you really don't, it's not really it's a no-frills kind of atmosphere. You guys kind of go, just plug in and just kick some ass on stage.
Well, that's correct, and we do it differently than most other quote-unquote tribute bands do it.
Right.
We're a bunch of professional rock musicians that are dedicated to creating the studio sound of the records of Led Zeppelin live in concert. So we'll add extra overdubs like Jimmy Page did in the studio.
Sure.
So, when we do Ramble On, we'll start with acoustic, but then the chorus kicks in and then electric kicks in, just like Zeppelin did on the record. And so you're basically getting a live concert of like studio Led Zeppelin only performed by real rock musicians through like a 20,000-watt stereo system.
Paul Hammond is joining us from Get the Let Out. They return to the Coronado Performing Arts Center on March the 1st, the ultimate Led Zeppelin tribute band. Now, when you're putting together a set list, I mean, obviously, Led Zeppelin, quite the catalog, quite the selections to go through. When you're putting together a set list, what we're going to play on this tour, what we're going to play at this show. I mean, what's that process like with such a rich catalog of great music? How do you narrow it down to an evening's performance?
Well, you're quite correct there. It's quite the amazing catalog. So what we do is our singer Paul Sinclair keeps a database of every show we've ever performed in every venue.
Okay.
So when we return to a venue, we will totally change the set list up.
Nice.
But you'll always get some rock, heavy Zeppelin standards like Rock and Roll or Good Times, Bad Times.
Sure.
And they can switch. But then you'll have acoustic numbers like Babe, I'm Gonna Leave You, Ramble On. Then you'll have the acoustic sit-down set, which could consist of various different songs like Tangerine or Going to California, Battle of Evermore. And some of them can be switched up too. And then you get some of the deeper cuts, which also are switched from show to show. So you'll definitely get like something like The Rover or In the Light or I've Been Loving You. And then you'll also get the all-time favorites of all time like Kashmir, Whole Lot of Love, Stairway to Heaven. We always play Stairway to Heaven. We don't want to, cheat the audience, because that's one of their best songs of all time. And then we'll also take requests. If somebody actually reaches out to us online, either via email or via the Facebook page, we honor requests as long as they get them in the week before the show. Day of show can be tough because the set list is written, but
sure,
we're all about that.
Get the Let Out coming back to the Coronado Performing Arts Center. We call it the crown jewel of Rockford, just a beautiful theater, as you know. March the 1st, Coronado Performing Arts Center. Now, one of the questions I was going to ask, and you just kind of hit on it, when the last time you guys were through, you did an awesome acoustic set. Took a little intermission, came back. You had the chairs kind of in a half circle there, and you made the Coronado Performing Arts Center turn into this very intimate, small venue in a matter of a set change. There is the acoustic thing is that something you're going to revisit when you come back to Rockford?
We will absolutely do that again, yes, but it will most likely consist of at least one or two different songs because we do like to change it up for the fans. So we have a lot of repeat customers where they know next time they come they're going to hear something different, and it keeps it interesting and exciting for the band too, so we're not just doing the same songs over and over again.